Hello and welcome back to Lee Pitts Live After Work, a red carpet interview. I am Monika Jackson. I am one of Lee Pitts Live hosts, and I'm so glad to be here because I get a chance to interview an extraordinary person. I mean, if you guys were here tonight, you'd know that she just rocked the stage. She captured every person in the audience. We were in the back room and we all had to come out and go peek and see who was this dynamic woman on this stage singing so beautifully. And I'm gonna let her give her own chance to introduce herself. Tell the people who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Amy Zamat. I actually am here representing McGregor Clinic, which is an HIV/AIDS service organization here in Fort Myers. And it was just a blessing and an honor for me to be able to just share my gift, my talent tonight in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King.
That's right. And Amy did an awesome job, you guys. She sung 2 songs.
I did.
And it was just so beautiful. And as she already said, we are celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend today in our Code Black. We are in the building at Post 38 downtown Fort Myers. If you are in the area, you want to get in the building because it is going down. Our very own Sean Cosby is on the ones and twos. He is doing a phenomenal job. How are you liking the music?
I love it every time. He does an amazing job.
Yeah. So since we're talking about what you love, what do you love most about the Lee Pitt Live After Work event?
I love the opportunity to meet new people.
Yeah.
To be able to be in an environment where there's no children, it's adults only, but it's so relaxed. It's a comfortable environment. There's no drama. It's just people getting together to have a great time, and I love it.
Yeah. And that is why this is the #1 adult social networking event in Southwest Florida.
Definitely.
Because we have no drama up in here, right?
Yes.
So for this Martin Luther King weekend, as we said, we are downtown. We're enjoying the food. Did you get a chance to eat any of the food yet?
Not yet.
So the last couple of times you've had some of the food, how was
gosh,
it?
So good.
So good? Yeah.
Absolutely. And just for the fee that you pay, totally worth it.
$10, y'all. $10
Yes.
at the door. And guess what? All proceeds go to a nonprofit of choice. And this week, it is going to the Dunbar Festival Committee, and they are actually the ones who are going to be putting on our phenomenal Martin Luther King Day Parade, and I can't wait for that event. We also have a band, so on top of Amy's beautiful voice, we get to have live bands that come out, and Lee gets the opportunity to find such wonderful people from all over, right? And so how are you feeling about being able to listen to Sean Brown and his band out of Tampa?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I saw them, setting up their equipment, getting warmed up, and I'm seriously excited, anticipating, because I gotta say, Lee Pitts never brings anything that's disappointing.
No.
It's always top-notch entertainment.
Yes, and so if you missed today, don't worry. We will be back in the building April 7th for our Easter. Our next one is going to be around Easter time, and that one is going to be your hats. So it's all about the Mad Hats. It's going to be kicking off the Easter weekend. And so Lee says he wants everybody, all men and women, to be rocking their beautiful Easter hats. I can't wait to see.
Me either. I love hats.
I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. What about you?
Oh my goodness, I didn't know, so now I'm going to have to start brainstorming and getting ready.
That's right. That's right. We're going to have an awesome time on April 7th. And our music for that evening is going to be by Dunbar's very own soulful Jarrell Thinner. So he is an R&B vocalist, and so we are excited to be having him in the building on April 7th. So I'm going to ask you this. Since we are talking about Martin Luther King weekend, when we think about Dr. King, what comes to mind?
Honestly, autonomy and freedom. Not just freedom in terms of freedom from slavery, but just the freedom to be ourselves, to be our authentic selves.
Yeah.
Really, that paved the way for so many other movements that are still happening. And there are communities that are still marginalized. There are communities that are still discriminated against, but that paved the way.
Yeah.
And so the next generations know that we can fight back. We can take a stand. We can do something about it to make this world really what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to tie that into what you said you were here for. So you were also here with an organization that fights against AIDS. So tell us a little bit more about how I think all of that ties together. So tell us a little bit more about
that.
that.
McGregor Clinic's been around since 1999, and it really was founded on a principle of giving voice to patient choice, because we wanted to make sure that patients had an option as to where they could go for their care. And it has evolved into becoming one of the greatest institutions in this area for our patients. We are fully holistic, so we treat the person, not their diagnosis.
Right,
and it
good.
makes a difference in their care. We have great viral suppression rates, and we're always striving to be better.
Right.
But at the same time, we're always striving to be connected to the community. Right. Because if you're connected to the community, then the people who need your services, they're going to come.
Yeah.
And they're going to know who you are. And that's really what our desire is. We want everybody to know their HIV status. If they're negative, they're going to stay negative. And if they're positive, we want them in care so that they can be healthy and live a long and prosperous life.
Yeah. Well, you guys heard it right here on the red carpet by our very own Amy, who came out and did a phenomenal job. Amy, as you talked about community, what words do you have for Lee Pitts and all that he's doing to bring together community right here at Lee Pitts Live After Work?
Oh my gosh, stay encouraged, don't stop. This is more than just a job.
Right.
This is a calling. I mean, clearly Lee Pitts has been given the gift of bringing people together, and I applaud that. I support it 100%. And I wish there were more people like Lee Pitts who said, I want to bring people together in a way that's social but also productive. And it's such a smooth vibe here. It's just relaxed and it's just, I love it. I love it.
So let's encourage someone. What would you tell someone who was thinking about maybe I shouldn't? Give them an encouraging word.
I'm gonna tell you, I was one of those. He kept inviting me and I kept saying maybe, no, and then I tried it. So my advice to you is just jump in and show up, check it out for yourself, because I came one time and I haven't missed one yet. I love it. It's phenomenal. I've met amazing people. We've created amazing partnerships, and it's just from coming to Lee Pitts Live After Work. So if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, jump all in.
Yeah, so that is the number one reason why we are the number one adult networking after work event right here in Southwest Florida. It's because we're doing all of these great things in community. And don't forget, you get an opportunity to come back on April 7th for our Easter kickoff. Remember to wear your mad hat, whatever hat it is, just no caps, no baseball caps or basketball caps, please. We want to see you come in and turn it up. If you don't know, if you see us, we come dressed to impress. And we love what you got on. I'm always a fan of jewelry, so I love your jewelry. Thank you. And so do you know our slogan here, how we close out?
I sure do.
Okay, are you ready? Would you like to lead that?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Miami may have the oranges, but Fort Myers got the juice.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time right here on the red carpet for another interview on Lee Pitts Live After Work.